Hello, listeners, and welcome back to another episode of the Pod Fruit. This is episode or volume 30, part 2. Check out part 1 if you're needing some context here. And thanks for listening. You guys ready?
I'm ready.
Oh, yeah, don't forget to check us out on Discord and our other social medias. So, V, go ahead and begin with 281, Death Pia.
Death Pia, indeed. So, the first thing I noticed was the title of the chapter being a little bit ominous, which we find out, not too long, we do find out what Death Pia is, but, yikes. Talk about freaking foreboding. I really love the opening 2 pages as we see the arc chopping through the trees, and just like from the moment it starts moving, it just leaves chaos and destruction in its wake before it even properly lifts off. Like, just, I don't know. I felt like that 2-page spread was quite a way to make an entrance and quite a way to start a chapter, given what this ship symbolizes. Mid-page 4, we find out that Enel named it Death Pia, so that's where the name of the chapter comes from. It's actually the name of the ship itself, and I have to say, I feel like it's a little bit on the nose.
Yeah, it's corny as fuck.
Like,
it's stupid.
It could have been a little bit more subtle than that, you know, like... Maybe we don't
God's
just
wrath
say,
probably would have been better, but you know.
No, he was like, oh, I'm going to kill everyone in Skypiea, so I'm gonna call it a Death Pia. Like, come on, dude.
Death Pia, checkmate, atheists.
Dylan, I would have taken like Danger Ship like over this, or like Scary Sky thing.
I'm so happy it's not just me. Because when I read that, I was like, I feel like they're trying to make it badass.
Please, I hope it sounds better in Japanese or translated.
Death Pia!
It does sound better.
It does, actually. Let's keep that one. Alrighty, so then as we're getting into it, Isa, at mid-page 5, Isa points out that the arc can't lift off because it's stuck in the vars, and I was just thinking that there's certainly a little bit of poetic justice here. The vars and everything it means to the Shandians kind of being the thing that holds Enel back from his goal. I'm like, okay, that's some pretty, it's subtle storytelling, but it's really good and clever storytelling.
Like it's the Earth still trying to hold on to him or something.
Yeah, it was a lot more than what it was like showing up as. Yeah, I don't know, I really, really enjoyed that little bit. At page 7, we see some Shandians reflecting on the color of the sky and how they've never seen it like this. So it seems that the clouds are changed by the arc, as we see on the previous page. I would have liked to see that in color, to see like what exactly they are seeing, what is usually the color of the sky and how, like, what color it's turned. I imagine it's usually blue.
Usually blue.
Yeah. I know, it could have been like a little pastel mauve, I don't know. Like, so, but yeah, we're not made to wonder about it for very long, as at the top of page 8, the Kami reveals that it's a lightning cloud and that he aims to spew a jet stream of lightning clouds, which is really terrifying, as he provides more of an explanation about what it would look like. And
boring. Crocodile did it.
They did it differently. But yeah, so at page 9, we get a little bit of a taste of what this could look like. Bottom of page 10, Luffy says, just because you're the Kami doesn't mean you can just destroy everything. And like, to Enel's credit, he can destroy everything, but he shouldn't, because that makes him a fucking psychopath. Like, the issue isn't whether or not you can, it's about whether or not you should.
Okay, B, get off your soapbox.
He'd be more of a sociopath, wouldn't he? And a psychopath, I always fucking mix the meaning of the two up.
They're very similar.
Or that sociopath is more like, I'm gonna bother other people just because I can, and I do not care. Or a psychopath is like, I'm just crazy. I don't even, like, there's no thought.
One would argue that Enel is pretty much just crazy, but we can get into the intricacies of the differences between a psychopath and a sociopath at a different time, because there are some pretty intricate differences.
I'm thinking that maybe you could write a book on that, perhaps.
Plenty of books have been written on the subject. I wouldn't be inventing anything new. But anyways, the fact is that he simply shouldn't, even if he can. The battle starts at page 11, and as usual, I kind of find that those more action-centered scenes are a little bit hard for me to follow in terms of, like, honing in on a specific movement or a specific attack. Like, visually, it always, in my opinion, gets a little bit blurry in terms of what actually is happening. There is, however, a fantastic page, like mid-page, what is it? Mid-page 13, yes. So, mid-page 13, as Luffy uses his Gum Space Out ability. This is the first time that we see it, probably because it's the first time that it's actually useful to him. And I have to say, I wouldn't be...
He does this all the time. He's just not fighting
exactly.
someone.
I also wouldn't be surprised if we don't see that come back very often. I feel like it's an ability that is very appropriate in this specific case, but I don't know how often that it could mitigate that situation. You know what I mean? And yeah, I just had to comment on his face. It's great. And, like, to be honest, that's the face I make when I've had one too many edibles. Like,
that face is used pretty often, and, like, I see it in, like, profile pictures and stuff. It's a pretty, like, iconic.
And it's not just the eyes, it's everything. It's the eyes and the nose and the lips. Like, the whole face is just so perfect. It's so good.
Mostly a lot of, like, mangas and shit do very similar for, like, the doofy guy.
Yeah.
You look over him and he's like...
Yeah.
Definitely tell as he breathes through his mouth all the time.
For sure. And then, yeah, over the next couple of pages, we get a bit more insight on how the attack works. Well, the attack works. As well as exposing its main downside, which is that since Luffy isn't thinking, he can't actually attack. It's mostly a defense mechanism more than a proper attack. He does use the Gum Octopus Fireworks attack at pages 16. No, yeah, it starts at the bottom of 15. But then over 16 and 17, we see that he uses it against the ship, but it bounces back and then hits an L, which, you know, like a lot of Luffy's other ideas, is really clever, but in the most stupid way. Like, it makes sense because it works, but, like, it is stupid.
I think it's genius.
Sometimes the line is very fine. I could say that about myself. Anyway. Yeah, and I did want to note that the shot of the attack at the bottom of the page itself was pretty neat, seeing all the fists and feet, and how Enel is, like, well, getting hit right in the face with a foot, and then, like, the blood splurting out of his face with the onomatopoeia. That was pretty neat. And yeah, so as we're finishing this chapter, I really enjoyed pages 18 and 19 to kind of get Enel's inner dialogue about feeling the attacks coming but being unable to do anything about them is a little bit chilling. Like, it's giving off, like, I'm trapped in my own body and I can't escape it, you know, like, which is like,
I have no mouth and I must scream.
It's like my nightmare, honestly.
Yeah.
I would hate that. Like, huge anxiety. But yeah, so it is a bit chilling. And then the two shots of Enel getting hit, first with the Gum Bazooka and then with the Gum Rifle. That was chef's kiss, because Enel fucking deserves every single one of those blows. So I'm like, yeah, that's fucking retribution, buddy. And that is what I had for 281. Dylan?
Yes, I did love the cover art, just because, you know, Ace is cool as hell.
That's fair, yeah.
I thought he had a pistol, but realized it's a dagger. And I want to say, I think it's a Jambaya, which I believe is what they're called. It's kind of that Middle Eastern influence, kind of really ornate,
small, like scimitar-esque.
Yeah, it's a dagger. Well, it's got like a wave to it in a way.
It's a dagger, but it has a curve to it.
It's not a kriss. It doesn't have like the whole like squiggle on it. But
is there a practical purpose for a kriss? Does it do something that other blades just don't?
I guess the idea was like, oh, if I stab somebody with it, it's gonna like fuck them up real bad because it's all
on the way
shit.
in and on the way out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But I've said it before, I'll say it again. Everything with the airship, I just absolutely love. Seeing it take off just reminds me of several of the old Final Fantasy games where you first unlock it and you see it rising from ruins and shit like that. And of course, yeah, I call it Deathpia. It's fucking dumb. God's Wrath, the bolt, like something, the Bolt of Judgment or something along those lines. Would have been way better.
L4?
No, that's fucking lame as shit too. And then seeing like it starts spitting out the thunderclouds, it's like, damn, people in the One Piece universe are really trying to figure out like terraforming.
Yeah. When you brought up the Alabasta thing, I was like,
yeah,
damn, he's actually kind of cooking here.
Crocodile did lame. Well, it's and I like not done so much here, but I like the parallels they kind of start drawing between the Shandians and people with Skypiea.
Yeah, we get into it a little bit more later.
Yeah, it's shown way more later, but they're all like, oh shit, everything's kind of cooked. Who cares about all these fights we had over this land? This land is going to be gone. We need to leave. And then we get, I honestly kind of wish it was a 2-page spread on the top panel on 9, when he sends the first bolt and hits the town.
Yeah, that's a pretty powerful image, yeah.
That's great.
Anyone who wasn't a believer or a non-believer before certainly is now.
Yeah, but if he's so powerful, why doesn't he just strike me down? That happens. Like, all right, well,
okay.
All right, time to go. Stand corrected.
You're right, I was wrong, I'm sorry.
And then afterwards, the line of, I'm just teasing the angels. It's like, ugh, gross. And I really do like the fight scene, because, I mean, I've said it before, I like seeing it in the manga style, because it's like, I get to see either the start of an action or the end of the action, and then I get to create how those came about, or how it was completed. Fun little exercise. First, it was like, oh, he's got a lightning spear, like, why is it burning him? And then I was like, wait, no, literally, like, most heaters are just electricity run through a sheet of copper to heat up. Like, that's all your defrosters in your car windshields are. It's just little copper lines going through it, and then it just puts
all his shit's gold. And gold is a great conductor.
Is it a great conductor? Okay,
it's using shit ton of electronics.
Yeah, I was like, oh, no, it's terrible. They don't use it. And I was like, well, it's fucking gold.
It's usually a gold alloy. I was actually reading into it earlier. Gold has a rather high melting point as well. I think it's almost 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit.
Does it? I thought gold out of most of the precious metals was very low.
Yeah, I thought it has a low.
I Googled it and it said almost 2,000. It could be wrong. Google's lied before. It wasn't just the AI overview.
I mean, I found it really funny, the space out, and then after the space out, the octopus, and Nami just been like, dude, come the fuck on.
What the fuck?
Get your shit together, brother.
Yeah, Wikipedia, gold's melting point is 1,900 Fahrenheit, 1,000 Celsius.
I just feel like it's a pretty soft metal.
It is soft.
You can make a dent in it.
It is malleable.
Like with your nail. Thank you for the education.
And then I like the stubborn-headedness of, like, just being like, well, if I attack at you, you know what I'm doing. So if I just punch a wall, I'm made of rubber, it's going to bounce off. So I'm just going to go up to this wall and beat the shit out of it and hope I get you.
Clever, but stupid. But clever.
I wouldn't even say stupid, just absolutely pig-headed. It's like, God, I can't make it work. Fucking, I'm going to figure something out. And then in the moment where it's just like, after just bazooka, it's like, shit, I can feel it coming. I have to get out of the way. And it really confused me at first, because the way it's done out in the tablet and shown in Jump, because I didn't turn it sideways, like a sliver of those panels is on one page, and they have to flip it to the next page. So it's like, gum, what? You just said gum, you didn't do anything, and I flipped back to the other page, it's like, oh, rifle. Okay.
Rifle, yeah.
Is that... No, gum rifle's not a new move.
No.
I don't think so.
But yeah, badass. Like seeing it. Boys putting in work. And I don't think there's any SBSs in this last half.
There's one.
Is there? Okay.
There's one.
I think maybe I didn't find anything to comment on.
It's just him drawing with his mouth.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yes, I
that's
remember
right.
that one. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. All right. That it, Dylan?
Yep.
All right, yeah, my notes were pretty short for this one, too. Absolutely loved the beginning. It was very cinematic. It felt very climactic. It has this, like, final battle kind of feel to it as it's destroying everything, taking off. And I once more, will have to agree with Dylan on the Final Fantasy comparisons. Like, even if it wasn't an arc or a flying ship, I don't know what else it could possibly be to do this, but, like, just this whole thing of this, like, chaos and the destruction around it. It reminds me so much of so many Final Fantasy, like, big moments.
I've only ever played Final Fantasy 7.
It's a good one.
You'd love 9, I think.
I've heard good things about 9.
9's fucking phenomenal, yeah.
Yeah,
it seems goofy, but it's actually really good.
So yes, Deathpia, that's stupid. The beginning of this fight was... Yeah, right. The beginning of this fight was mid for me. I think it definitely picks up when he goes stupid mode, when Luffy gets stupid mode. But it was just punches and kicks being thrown, dodges and counters, and it wasn't anything
it was
special.
Mid.
Yeah, I didn't have difficulty reading it personally, this particular fight. I've had some difficulty with others in the past, but this one wasn't so bad for me. And then the rest was very clear, abundantly clear even, and I liked it a lot. I think the Luffy stupid shit is great. It also makes sense at the same time. It's a very interesting dichotomy between absolutely brain dead stupid and also somehow genius and absolutely the right move. So yeah, very interesting. Well done. Loved every bit of that. And then when he's landing these bigger blows on him, the bazooka, the rifle, especially the bazooka, and you see friggin' Enel's ears flopping around, like it's awesome. I still have yet to really find myself interested in the stories of the Skypians and the Shandians. So for the Skypians, I don't care about the white beret guy. They've done really nothing to endear him to me. And then Conus is fine. She's no Vivi. She's no, who are some other sidekicks? There hasn't been a ton of them. She's no like Dalton from Drum Island, and he was there for.
But I think there's
a
difference between I think Conus is more. She represents more the representative of the population of Skypiea at large. I don't think she was made to be a standalone character, but more whatever, she encompasses what it means to live in Skypiea, whether it be as a Shandian or not. She's meant to be the face of everything else and the face of the plight of what's going on. And I feel like Isa is like that for the Shandians specifically. I think they're meant to represent the population behind them and not themselves as individuals. Whereas Vivi was very much well,
we get to meet a lot more Alabastans and we get a lot closer to them. King Cobra, I felt like he was what's his name? Shaka?
Yep.
The jackal guy. I like him more than I like most of these side characters.
Sorry.
Let's not
we won't get into it, but in terms of honing in on a character that is a part of a population instead of just one person that represents the population is my take on it. But I understand what you're saying also. Yeah.
I think a panel here and there could have done the trick, but I don't know. Maybe that would kind of interrupt the flow. So he wanted to do more and make it grander. I don't know. I don't claim to have the answers to that, but I just know that I didn't quite click with that side of the puzzle here.
I get it.
And then I do want to point out some nasty, I don't know, maybe not body horror, but on the bottom of page 19, last panel of this volume, you can see almost the holes in Elle's body where his little drum circle thing goes in.
His back.
I'm sure we've seen it before, but it's particularly
you can
here.
clearly tell that this is emerging from his back. It's beneath his skin. And that's it's making me actually squirm.
It's not good. I mean, it's good. It's well drawn.
Oh yeah, no, it's
doesn't make
expertly drawn. That's exactly why it makes me so fucking uncomfortable to look at.
But yeah, that's all I had for. Oh wait, hold on. Final thoughts. Incredible Luffy action. Very cinematic. That's really it. 282 V.
Yes. So I did have some thoughts about the intro image story here. It seems like Ace is now in front of a Navy base. And at the time I was thinking, I do wonder what kind of welcome he's going to be getting there. Because he doesn't really, seem like the kind of guy that's in any sort of good relationships with any sort of institution. Including the Navy.
Right. So, fun fact, after we finish Skypiea, there is a anime arc that is, from my understanding, it's not canon. It's not in the manga. And therefore, I think that instantly makes it not canon or something. Well, no, some of the movie stuff. Anyway, it takes place at this G2 Navy base.
Does it? Ooh, I kind of like that. That's cool. Oh, okay.
It's
now
fun.
You've piqued my interest for sure.
Yeah, it's most common answer for what's your favorite non-canon
side arc
or filler.
Whatever. Yeah.
What's your favorite filler arc?
Yeah.
And most people will say G2.
I think I would be interested in seeing that whenever we can.
Oh yeah, you're gonna like it, I think.
Okay, so I felt like this chapter was off to a super strong start. The middle of page 2 to me or like all of page 2 realistically, but specifically the panel in the middle is so good. Like, it's so tasty for my brain. Like, I love that the emphasis is put solely on just the blow itself. As we see Luffy's extended arm, his hand is curled in a punch with Enel's shape like tilting over, like not having crashed into the ground yet, but just about to. There's no background, no other characters, just the two of them in front of a white background. And that's so good. So good.
This reference might only land with UV, but this was back like 2008. It reminds me of these pants that a lot of women were wearing. I think they're called gauchos.
Yes.
The super puffy pants?
Very, very
Are they
true.
super puffy? They're definitely loose.
Yes, exactly.
Around
They're,
the like
yeah,
lower legs.
I have a pair of pants like those.
They really accentuate the derriere.
I like the way my butt looks in them. That's all I'll say. But yeah, so just that was a really good page. Specifically, the middle panel of the page was great. And again, I find it very satisfying to see Enel laying on the floor, wounded, at the bottom of page 3 as the arc is like still in motion. And sure enough, at page 4, Isa points out that the ark is finally lifting from the ground, and they're trying to prevent it from flying away. For now, as we can see at the bottom of 4, Enel seems to be KO'd, but there's still very much a sense of urgency as related to the arc. And then you can really see it well at the top of page 4, actually, as you see the shot of the arc, the profile with the nose of the ship pointing upwards, and it's lifting above the tree line. Like, it really is selling that moment of like, oh shit, like now it's on the move. Oh no. Yeah, and so then as we move on to page 6 and 7, it really sells the threatening, foreboding feeling with the wide shot of the arc that's overlaid by Enel, who is like saying at this point, because he's regaining consciousness, he says, "Nothing is impossible for me, for I am the omnipotent Kami." Like, okay, buddy, calm it down. Take it down a couple of notches with the power trip, okay?
Why don't you put Luffy on the ground first and then talk a little shit?
And then also seeing the citizens of Skypiea like start to panic kind of tugged at my heartstrings, and I get into it a little bit further down in the latter half of this volume. It's evoking something very human in me to see a population in distress, because I can.
Does that say something about me that I
You don't?
I don't feel anything for this guy.
Really?
Stuff.
For me, I do, because
not...
I'm trying to see, and that's maybe because I have really bad anxiety. But when I see a scene like that, I'm trying to imagine myself like right in the middle of it, like both of my feet on the ground, looking up at the sky that is like thunderous and angry, and there's this huge fucking arc coming my way, and it's shooting lightning bolts out of it. Like, I put myself there in my mind, and in those moments I cannot feel anything other than empathy, and like I can really experience the terror that they must be feeling.
I'd look up at it, and I'd go, like, damn, walk to the nearest bar, and like, last thing I'm going to do is die tired.
Just go to the Winchester and wait till it all blows over. Whatever.
Have a nice cold pint and wait for all this to blow over.
How many bullets do we have? It's shells. They're called shells.
Oh, I fucking love this movie. It's one of my favorite movies ever. Anyway, all that's to say, I can put myself in their shoes. But I do get into it a little bit later in this episode. I have to say, I do sort of appreciate seeing them try to, like, see the Skypians try to warn the Shandians. Like, it kind of speaks to that, oh, we're fucked. And regardless of what it is that we're going through in terms of, like, the relationship between our peoples or the politics of things, this danger is imminent and will affect every single one of us. So I don't care who you are, but I'm going to try to help you, because your survival means my survival, means the survival of everyone on this patch of land, you know?
I do respect the drive-by warning, because I do the same thing. It's like, I'm not going to pull over and stop and just roll the window down and run!
Lightning or something.
Oh, okay. It's kind of like, reporting that there's like a speed camera on the road and your GPS for everyone else.
Is it still there?
Yeah. Basically. Except it's your life now. you know. And then Enel's not so low-key psychopathy shows at the top of 9 when he's like, behold, witness the despair, blah 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 blah, you can't stop me. Okay, buddy, whatever. Like, stop choking on your own dick, to be honest.
Got him.
And then, so at this point, I think it's pretty well understood, but just to confirm with you guys, at page 10, the gold has turned into a molten ball, which is why it's hot and it hurts and it melts and it attaches itself to Luffy's arm, right? That's what's happening. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Luffy does have a point mid-page 12. I'm positive that there are actually plenty of people on the surface that could make quick work of Enel. Like, and it's not to say that he's not powerful, because he is, and so are his lightning powers, but as demonstrated by Luffy, maybe there are things down there that could give him a run for his money. Like, I think maybe what feeds into his ego being so fucking huge is the fact that, like, they're isolated, and so the only thing that he has to compare himself to is himself. Like, there's nothing. He's the top prime predator in his environment, but if he was to be on the surface, I don't think he would be at the top of that food chain.
Listen, let's just say a little boat, perhaps shaped like a coffin, rolls up on him one day, you know, and a gentleman with a nice hat and a
fancy
very long
mustache,
a dumbass sword.
Just saying, you know, there might be killers out there.
Exactly. And I kind of, like, that idea makes me happy, because I so despise the way that he thinks that he is the shit.
I also can't help but wonder if Smoker might not actually handle him just by virtue of being able to go incorporeal.
Yeah, that would be
just out of people we've met.
That would be interesting for sure. Anyway, so you ain't no shit, Enel, okay? Stop it. Stop it now. At the top of page 13, we see Isa and Pierre approaching, and unfortunately then at the top of 15, it seems like they've been taken down by one of Enel's thunderbolts. At the bottom of page 16... It's very somber. Like, I feel like, again, that's what I mean, where I'm putting myself in someone's shoes, is that in this moment, I'm putting myself in Conus's shoes, and I'm witnessing the sheer size of the arc, this, like, looming thing, and I kind of equated to the moon in Majora's Mask.
Final Fantasy?
No.
Oh. I know.
The moon in Majora's Mask.
No, I get that.
Because it's big. Everyone can see it. It's imminent, and you can't do shit about it. Or you feel like you can't do shit about it. Like, that feeling of dread is something super evocative to me at page 16. Page 18... Oh, that made me sad. That gave me feels. Page 18 was great, and it kind of helps confirm Nami's true feelings about her crewmates, which is something that I don't think we've seen so openly before. Like, we've seen it build up with time, but this is the first time to me that it's so obvious. Enel basically... Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Enel promises her riches and power, and she says, there are a lot of things I want to do and lots of things I want. But if I have to lose those guys or leave those guys behind to go with you, then I don't want any of it anymore. Like... That is actually so powerful.
This is a great Nami, like, scenario. The whole everything.
It's beautiful. Like, it really did something for me. She really does love them, and it's beautiful to see it, especially in a moment like this where everything's coming to, like, a boiling point or to a halt. Yeah, and then the last page brings us to Sanji and Usopp, or rather, their empty beds, with Sue being in a panic, and then we see them swinging in the wind as they're climbing up a rope that's hanging from the arc. Like, that was a pretty fun way to end the chapter, especially with how intense it was with Nami right before. I feel like that brings us, like, it lightens the mood a little bit.
It lightens the mood, but it enhances the desire
for things to progress.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. That's what I had for 282. Dylan?
Yeah. And now that you mentioned the anime arc after this that doesn't exist is in G2. And just from the cover art itself, it's like, I'm curious, because the base looks cool as shit. Mm-hmm. I'd love to see more of that.
It's really good stuff, it is. And we'll get to it much sooner than you think, I think.
Well, if Skypiea goes after another volume, I'm going to be like, Jesus Christ, just learn to wrap shit up, all right? I thought this shit was done
yeah.
like 2 volumes ago. Like, get it?
You got about a volume and a half. I'm gonna be quite honest with you
I have
guys.
a note about that in my last thoughts.
Yep, and that's what a lot of people take issue with on Skype is that it goes on a little too long.
It could be one whole volume shorter.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, we get it. He has a god complex. We don't need to keep touching back on it. Like, I don't know, you know, that might be something with One Piece as a whole I might have a little issue with. Because, like, everything you said about Nami, it's like she's had that moment before.
I don't know if it was this explicitly put that I can remember.
I hope I get to sail with them again someday. It's like, I can't leave them behind. They're my friend. Like, we've seen several instances of it.
Yeah, but this is, like, even more... I think it makes it even more obvious because she's put in a position where she is overtly offered what she is claimed to want. And she puts it so bluntly that she actually doesn't give a fuck about treasure and riches and survival if it doesn't come with her friends being alive and well. She's not interested. She would never sacrifice...
I see what you're saying, though, Dylan, but this is very on the nose.
Like I said, it's been alluded
strong...
to before, but I feel like this time it's so clear.
That's my biggest issue. You could do it like the way with like how it's done with Luffy. It's like, oh, it's just Luffy. He doesn't really care. Oh, you fucked with one of his homeboys. He doesn't say anything. You just see his face, and it's like, okay, yep, you fuck. He doesn't go into a huge monologue like, well, you fuck with my friends. It's something I don't like, and I stand on principle. So fuck you. I'm coming for you. He's just like, hold my hat. And you get everything you need out of that. I think there's a lot of beauty in just like doing a whole lot with not a lot.
I feel like that's just his character. That's just the way he is.
I think there are differences in who they are as people.
Whereas I feel like Nami would be more expressive of things like that. But I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, and the opening is fun. Just seeing him do the like final send-off punch. Just that middle page is just great. And then I like how Aisa's talking, like, having a full-blown conversation with the bird horse, but really to herself. Which is, I guess, makes sense for a kid. It's like, well, I'm going to lay everything out so I can hype myself up to actually be brave enough to do it.
I quite like both Aisa and Pierre. I think it's a fun combo.
It's very cute.
Panel top of 5, great. I love just, there's like, it even gives me Ghibli vibes. Because some of the ones that are really more focused, like Nazca of the Wind, or the Valley of the Wind, I feel like you see a lot of times the ships coming above the cloud line.
Mm-hmm.
But this is flipped on it.
That again.
But it's flipped on its head. I mean, I got it. We can watch it if you want. How it gets flipped on its head, instead of the airship rising above the cloud level, it's actually rising from the ground. And it's like out of a forest in the same kind of sense where it seems like it's clouds. Fun little thing.
It's funny you just mentioned Ghibli. It's making me think that Aisa she actually really fits the bill for a Studio Ghibli character.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a Ghibli heroine? Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
that shit hit different, dude. Guys got me flopping hard as fuck. And then again, like Andrew's like, hey, that's nothing. As he's like coughing up blood. It's like, oh, I'll get rid of you and I'll rule the world. It's impossible for me. I'm omnipotent. It's like, a fucking loser. And then, kind of what I was mentioning to you in the earlier chat, we do get to see how it's like the completely opposite types of cultures in the same land. And now it's kind of like the differences have been wiped away because now they're all in a time of chaos and impending doom. To where it's like, normally you feel like something was happening. It's like, let's not even tell them. And I do like, it's kind of cool how Ender decides to handle Luffy, where he just melts the gold into a giant ball around his arm and kicks him off. I thought that was a really cool way to like kind of bring you back to like, oh yeah, this land is known for gold and he stole their gold. So he's just going to make a massive ball of it and just throw him off the edge. Because he's like, I don't care. I have so much.
And just kind of reminder, because it's been a little bit, but he's going to actually get more. I don't know if you guys remember that.
Yeah,
he's looking for
the bell. And I also like to send off with it. It's like, this golden sphere is for your valiant effort in battle. You can keep it. It's like, you know what? Respect while being disrespectful at the same time. All right, I get it.
Yeah. You can keep it. That is such a little sassy ass fucking line.
And also would have made me laugh my ass off when Nami has her moment where she's like, well, I don't want to do anything with it unless it's with my friends. And also, he's got a lot of gold. I'd been like, there she is.
Life with an L seems miserable.
Oh, I could not live with that man.
Like, I don't think he's ever, like, had fun that didn't involve, like, pain.
Like ripping the legs off of insects?
Yeah.
Relishing in other people's tears?
Like, has he ever played checkers, you think?
No.
Probably not.
Yeah, but he cuts off his opponent's fingers first. It's like, all right, let's play him.
Yeah.
It's giving Cartman when he feeds that ginger kid a chili made with
Scotch.
Oh my
yes.
god, the tears.
The exactly.
Oh, it's so delicious.
That's Anel. Anel is Cartman licking the tears running down his face.
So again, sociopath. And then I like kind of like the last little like cliffhanger reveal. Like she gets back to the ship. It's like, wait, where the fuck are Usopp and Sanji? They were all out for the count. Yeah, that's all I got on that.
All right. So 282, another killer opening. Gonna have to agree. And then I just really am continuing to enjoy Luffy versus Enel. How could I not? You know, I think the build up to this fight has been well done. I think the confrontation itself has been interesting and exciting. At first, I wanted to say unstoppable force versus immovable object, but it's really an unstoppable force versus another unstoppable force. I wouldn't say either one of them is an immovable object. And the way Enel reacts to getting his ass beat is so outrageous. Like, let's just turn our attention to the top of page 2. The first panel, really. The first real panel of this. He is, like, flailing around. He almost reminds me of a Muppet. You know how the Muppets kind of, like, flop around?
Yeah, they do the, oh! Yeah, and, like, wave
yeah.
yeah.
Like over
I feel like
exaggerated.
he's never had to take a real hit before, like, maybe the time Wiper hit him with that dial. I love it. I like the way he responds. He's tough. He stays in the fight. He has some cool words. He says, "This is nothing," cough, as he's clearly struggling to get back to his feet. It's really good. They have done nothing here to change my opinion on the Skypeans. I understand that it gives you a sense of urgency, a context, someone else to care for, but very few of them, except for like Canis and Pagaya, really mean anything to me. And even then, they don't mean as much to me as other characters who I do care about. So I'm still standing on that one. I'll probably repeat that a time or two more. The ball of gold is an interesting tactic. So yeah, Dylan, I want to give you a shout out for calling that out. It is a really cool way to kind of deal with Luffy. I think it makes sense with his powers being electricity, with his ship being made out of gold. I think it was all set up very interestingly, and I'm definitely with it. Again, I do want to point out that according to Wikipedia, the melting point of gold is almost 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit, and maybe that's not melting. Maybe he's just whatever the word for mallying or scope. I don't know what the word I'm looking for there is, but maybe it's not quite melted, but it's still going to be hot as shit.
Yeah.
And Luffy does say it's hot, but I'm thinking like burn skin to the bone hot, and maybe even burn.
Kind of like
the
that
bone.
scene in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, exactly. But like even throughout this, Luffy still talks hot shit. So shout out to our pro tag when he's saying they're tons of men who are like monsters, and Nell's just like, shut the fuck up, and punches him off. It's so good. And then an amazing cliffhanger. Oh, well, let me give a quick shout out. You guys have both mentioned it, but just shout out to Nami standing up. And then Usopp and Sanji climbing up the side of the ship is such an interesting little curveball. And while I will have some issues with it, and I'm sure V will hear too in a second, I think ultimately it's a really good choice to keep this fight fresh, to keep it interesting. If it is going to go on a little bit longer than we'd like, then I think this is more or less what I kind of would want to see. I like seeing the other Straw Hats, aka the non-Luffy Straw Hats, get a shot at the big guy, you know? We saw Sanji and Zoro, they kind of got a little bit with Enel. Nobody, except for Luffy, I think, had even a moment with Crocodile, if you don't count Robin, since she wasn't part of the crew at that time.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So yeah, I thought this was an excellent cliffhanger. It's been built to very well. Nami standing up really kind of puts a little icing on top. And yeah, it's solid. Great even. Love the battle. Love the ending. Such a great chapter. And E238.
You mean 283?
283. Yeah. No, let's go back to 238. We need to recap.
All right, so we're back into the intro image story. I know it's a fairly common trope to steal a guard's uniform, but I like it. It reminds me, I feel like the two instances that come to my mind the most are in The Wizard of Oz, when they infiltrate the Witch of the West's fortress.
Did they dress up?
Yeah, the like flying monkeys guys. They whack two of them and they put the uniforms of the flying monkeys.
But they don't look like flying monkeys.
No,
at all,
but they
right?
have like the hat
kind of
and
a bit.
everything.
I gotta watch Wizard
Yeah.
of Oz again.
And then also in Lord of the Rings, when Frodo and Sam wear orc gear and join the orc ranks to escape.
I was thinking A New Hope.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, I'm not the one for the Star Wars references. I have the Lord of the Rings reference covered. But
Yeah.
so they join the orc ranks to escape. I think it's Cirith Ungol, but someone could check that for me. So the chapter opens with a little bit of a flashback to when Sanji and Usopp wake up, and honestly, I am tired of wasting my breath on Sanji's bullshit. He's not even worth me talking about. I'll just reiterate that I fucking hate it, and it's not helping. So that's all I have to say about that. Quick question. Mid-page 7. Mid-page 7, what the fuck is Usopp wearing on his feet? Like, I get that it's to help him climb, like suction cups, but they look like small octopi? Like, they just took an octopus and stuck it to the bottom of his foot?
I can only assume you're right.
With the fact that they have, like, snail transponders and everything like that, it kind of fits the bill.
Yeah. I just have questions as to how he got them. Like, we have no information about that. He just shows
His
up
utility belt.
with octopi on his feet. And then, yeah, okay, top of page 8, Sanji comes across as both a creep and a coward. Cool things happen a little bit later in the next couple of chapters. I still hate whatever's going on right now. I am affording him a little bit of grace because of what happens, but
You don't have to. Don't do it for
No.
me, if that's what...
he's
Okay.
he's really grating me, and I'm very much looking forward to a Sanji redemption arc because I really don't like him right now. I do not. Anyway, it's fine.
What's wrong with him? What did he do?
Dylan, you know better than to poke that bear.
Well, no, I got something to do. I need 30 minutes. Go ahead.
It's kind of like saying, V, what do you think about capitalism? Two in the same.
Let's hear it.
One in the same.
Dylan's got to go change out his washing machine or something at his parents'
Yeah, I gotta
house.
replace the thermostat.
Okay, yeah, I did have a panel shout out at the bottom of page 9 as Nami is reaching for her climate baton. I just thought it was a cool shot. There's a nice emphasis on her weapon. I also just like the posing of the characters because you see Nami kind of in the foreground on one knee. She's clearly tired because you can see sort of like beads of sweat running down her back. And then in the background, you see Anel standing in the distance in front of her. I just thought that was a cool panel.
Menacingly.
Yeah.
That is a good panel.
Usopp. I love Usopp in the latter half of this volume. This is
Him and Chopper, out of all the crew members, I think is the only truly brave.
They are
crew members.
That
they
is-
are
yeah.
so
Because the only
brave.
time you can be brave is when you're terrified.
When you're
And they're
scared,
the only ones that are
exactly.
ever actually like, oh my god, fuck.
But they actually freaking show up. And yeah, so all of page 10 is basically Usopp being super relatable to me. He questions everything around him. He's scared. He's imagining
Yeah.
the worst case scenario at every single fucking turn. But goddamn, he does not quit. He continues to run forward like a fucking champ. And I'm like, that's my boy. I'm so proud. And then page 11 was actually super weird. But straight up genius, as we see that Robin has like sprouted limbs on Zoro's back to move his body to safety.
Like some Tim Burton shit.
So weird, but it's like, it's also so smart.
If she was at Hacksaw Ridge, shit would have been different.
It's so smart. And I think she's also moving Wiper. So I think she's,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
taking care of
she's
everyone.
taking care of the wounded.
Yeah. But it's so creative. And that's kind of a testament to like how much potential there is for her powers specifically. Like there's a lot that can be done, and I feel like, you know, we've only just scratched the surface really. So yeah, I thought that was really cool. Yeah, so I appreciate at this point specifically the going back and forth between the different groups, like we're seeing over pages 12 and 13, because we're back to Angel Island, seeing the citizens flee, and then with the Shandian. And I feel like, again, that might be just me, but to me it really helps underline the sense of urgency of like shit's happening and all of us are fucked. Just a quick comment at mid-page 13. The chief mentions that Enel has done this before to a land called Bilka.
I think it's been mentioned once before.
It's his hometown that was destroyed.
So that's what I was gonna say. Like, that place, I think, was briefly mentioned before, but did we know that Enel had destroyed it? We had heard of the place, but I don't know that we had heard that he had destroyed it.
Yeah, because he was there before and then came to, like, because I think Ganfor went over all of it. It's like, no, he was actually over there, and then we found out it was destroyed, and that's when he showed up.
Okay, I see.
I think it's heavily implied.
Okay. I feel like it's just more like made obvious there, but it did ring a bell. Page 14 was kind of sweet as we see Conus looking up to the Ark, reminiscing about having met the Straw Hats and kind of just hoping for the best for the land and for her friends. I thought that was cute. We get a little bit of an emotional moment mid-page 15 when we see Isa kind of lamenting over Pierre, but it's then quickly interrupted by a little bit of comic relief featuring Luffy struggling with the golden ball. That shot of him holding it over his head at page 16 kind of hit for some reason.
Okay.
Like, I don't know what it is, if it's like the angle, but it's like...
Was it Atlas?
It is giving Atlas, yeah. But it's kind of badass. And I like seeing just his hand sprout up from the top of the ball. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It was a cool panel. And then we end the chapter with Nami at the top of 18 trying to use her Thunderball against Enel. That's in vain, though, and he charges up an attack, but he gets interrupted by our boy Usopp. And I love that panel of him in the middle with his slingshot. Like, he's so relatable. He's hiding his face. He hates it there. He wishes he was literally
he hates it there. So funny.
he so wishes he was anywhere other than in this place at this time, but he's still there and he's still wanting to help Nami, and I think that's adorable. But yeah, that's what I had for 283. Dylan?
Yeah. And honestly, this cover story arc, if that was like what the arc in the anime was just following Ace sneaking into the space, I'd watch it. It'd be entertaining. It's fun to kind of see like the flashback to like Sanji and Usopp coming to. Hits all the comedic beats you expect, and then you get to see Sanji being the fucking perv lord. It's like, Nami doesn't have her shirt on. I can't wait to go out. And then Conus being like, oh, where'd they go? They're both still wounded. It's like, you haven't been here long. It's kind of their thing.
They love this.
Yeah. Fucking seeing Usopp and Sanji just like fucking swinging from the side of the ship, trying to climb up is fun. I do like the logic Sanji has, like, after they get on the ship. It's like, well, wait, we're going to split up? It's like, if we don't split up, we'll just both get taken out. Like, we have a better chance of success if we actually split up, because he's going to destroy either one of us. And then the line, listen, Usopp, if it's for Nami, I'm okay with sacrificing your life. That made me laugh. I like that. That was fun. And one thing, and then Nami fighting Eneru, I think I said before that the two people who could probably take Eneru would be obviously Luffy because he's made of rubber, and Nami because Nami inherently understands climate patterns. And also Usopp, like on 10, when Usopp's running through the whole ship, he's been the engineer, kind of like the ship engineer the whole time. Mm-hmm. I have a feeling this is somehow going to come back, and he's going to like briefly see that, but that's going to inspire him. It's like, oh, let me figure out automation.
To apply to their own ship, you mean?
Like, either to their own ship or, like, to his gadgets. I think his gadgets and shit are just going to get more goofy, obviously, but more complex at the same time. Well, yeah, just the body horror of fucking arms and legs spreading out of your back to carry off wounded.
Oh, it's so cool, but it's so creepy, but it's so cool.
Yeah, that's Robin.
I love her.
I just like the way she stands when she's using her power. She's got like her eyes closed. It's like so like Mortal Kombat. Oh yeah,
and like very like meditative and like.
That's also it's a great way to get fucking sucker punched too.
You get one hit. Like, if you're a normal person, you get one hit before you're choked out.
She's quickly becoming one of my favorites. Her and Zoro and Chopper are special to me. Anyway.
And then I do, like, middle of 12, and, like, before you see everybody, like, in the harbor kind of freaking out, trying to freak out, just in the distance, the ship in the sky. I do like that. And then, like, and how it, like, does, like, this is where the parallel I was talking about earlier really comes in, which is seeing how these two, like, societies that were at odds with each other are both facing the same dilemma and how they're going about it. was a lot of fun to see.
I'd like to think that people would try to empathize with the other in real life, but you know what? Sometimes strife and chaos actually brings out the worst in people sometimes.
Oh, yeah, a lot of times it's like, I think Titanic had some examples of it where, like, some of the higher up rich people were, like, pushing women and children out of the way to get into some of the...
I'm sure.
Some of the lifeboats. Oh, actually, in Greece, a ferry went down, and there was never an abandoned ship order sent out because the crew just got in the lifeboats and left.
Oh, I remember. I remember hearing about that. Yeah. I do remember hearing about that.
And then Luffy being Luffy, like, you had the fall, and him just, like, picking the damn thing up. It's like, no, fuck this. I don't care. I'm fucking his plans up. It's like, I don't give a shit anymore.
I love how lanky and, like, I don't know if chunky's the right word, but, like, unripped he can look in one scene, and then,
it's
like...
just an absolute fucking unit.
Yeah.
Bro, his six-pack has got a six-pack.
Yeah, I know. Look at him in that picture
Yeah.
that you guys pointed out. Like, his chest, at least, his torso.
Buff as fuck.
Oh, I wouldn't say he's buff. He's just extremely toned.
And it flips like a light switch.
Oh, he's made of rubber. And I like in this whole chapter, every shot that you get from, like, a ground perspective up at the arc, love it. Cinema. And then... Nami fighting back. I love Nami fighting back, using her Thunderbolt thing to redirect the lightning. And his whole thing, it's like, well, it won't matter. It doesn't matter because I'll just up the amount of the attack. It's like, no, that's wrong. That's not how electricity works. Electricity will always follow the path of least resistance.
Mm-hmm.
So all she has to do is make pockets of extreme humidity. The lightning's going to go there every fucking time because it's easier to travel through that than it is through raw air, or let alone a human body. A human body is extremely resistive.
Oh.
So if you provide it something easier to go, like even like if you had just like copper dust, you could just throw it in the air and it's like it's coming right. It's boop. Nope, it's going to go for that because it's easier for it to travel through. So wrong. That's incorrect. Inaru. Get fucked, nerd. But. It's like, that's why I was thinking, it's like, not like the only two who could actually stand a chance are Luffy, obviously Rubber, and Nami, because she would understand that. And then Usopp jumping in. I love Usopp just like coming out of nowhere. She's like, I'm cooked. And then Usopp's like, nah, exploding star. And just like the blacked out eyes stare. And then it's on a silhouette and cuts in close to him. It's like flinched. Like, oh, sorry. Love it. But yeah, that's all that.
All right, 283. Yes. So that Sanji bit is, one, it's par for the course. You're not wrong there. Two, it's disgusting. It's not funny. It's not clever. It's not cute. It checks none of those boxes. That being said, I do quite love a lot of what comes after.
I have notes on that. I'm not a hypocrite. I will recognize when cool shit happens. That bit, though, is not cool.
Again, I just want to make sure that you don't agree with me just because you feel like you got to be a part of the crowd. I want to make sure that you feel comfortable criticizing him into an early grave.
I feel comfortable criticizing anything with you guys.
All right. I also don't want to like shape your opinion based on anything.
Yeah. Don't worry about that. I got plenty of opinion to go around.
I said this Sanji shit is lame. It does get better, I guess. So I kind of like the team up of Sanji and Usopp to kind of call out what Dylan said when at the top of 8. When Sanji's like, listen, Usopp, if it's for Nami, I'm okay with you sacrificing your life. And Usopp says, I'm going to beat you so hard. Like, I don't think Usopp is particularly intimidated by Sanji, to be quite honest.
I don't think so.
I'm sure there's a little bit of that. You know, nobody's there to try to intimidate their crewmates. No. I don't think any one of them wants to do that. But, you know, I think he certainly has a different view of Zoro and Luffy, for sure. Probably Nami and Robin and Chopper, even. Yeah. But I think he almost sees, like, Sanji as a, like, peer.
Like an equal. Yeah. I understand
he
what you're saying.
Like, look up to him in any way.
I don't think he admires him, whereas I feel like he, to some extent, admires the others. For a reason or another, but Sanji he just sees as another guy. He's just the guy.
Exactly. And it's fun. It is fun the way that they have a little back and forth here, and we haven't seen much of them specifically together. And that's another thing that I've touched on before. You know, loving to see different interactions, different combinations of crews really having to come together or come apart. However it goes, I like to see it. I do question the logistics of them making it to the ship, but it's a shonen manga, so I'm not gonna sit here and try to figure out the logistics of, what is it, Usopp's Uwawawa?
Yeah.
Uwa.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. 6 and 7. Enel here is cold as hell. He is just letting her know that she's in a bad spot, but so too are her friends. Like, he's letting her know that someone's here and they're in trouble too. He's doing it with cockiness. He's sitting in his little throne. Like, come on. I also quite enjoyed Usopp in the engine room. I thought that was really good. He's just running through. He's seeing all this crazy shit. Yeah. He's clearly panicked, nervous, anxious, but he can't help but take note of all that he's seeing, and he's just confused and concerned, and I love it. I think you said it's very you. Yeah, I think it's very human moment, especially. Really cool Robin stuff. I'm not going to beleaguer or belabor that much more than that, but I like that a lot too, and it is a little creepy, but ultimately very cool. More great Robin stuff. More to come. And then we got I called them accessory stories in my notes here. It's fine. Luffy needs help. And then, yes, Usopp coming in clutch. Let's go. Let's go, Nami. Let's go, Usopp. This was a great 2 pages to end it. I mean, Nami deflecting the lightning bolt. Usopp coming in and running interference, hitting an exploding star, but still scared. I think it all just kind of came together really nicely, and it was fun and exciting and intense, and yeah, it had a lot just in these 2 pages, but overall this chapter was great. Love Sanji and Usopp despite Sanji's cringe. Enel and Nami interactions were well done, and I especially love Usopp getting a special little moment to kind of come in and do something big, and he's had a great Skypiea so far.
He really has.
So, yeah, that's really all I had for 283.
So the 2-pager intro image, it was both absolutely absurd, but also extremely homey and endearing. Usopp is making those, like, funny glasses with the mustache, and then you see 3 adorable little dogs wearing those glasses, and then...
One of those dogs is smoking a cigarette.
Yeah, he is. He also has a beard.
That dog's seen some shit.
Nami is reaching to put those glasses on Luffy that's sleeping. Robin and Chopper are reading. Somehow Zoro was sleeping while holding 2 weights up because that's the kind of shit he does. And then Sanji is having a coffee and cigarettes, which is the breakfast of champions.
Well, he's staring at Nami's feet.
No, don't say that.
Should have been me.
Oh God. But yeah, I like that 2-page spread. Getting back into the story proper, Usopp arrives on the main deck of the Ark, and after some back and forth, we get a very Usopp-coded moment at page 4, where he's seen standing in the doorway looking at Enel and Nami in the distance, and then after just saying, "I see," with the gulp onomatopoeia, no less, panic just takes over, and he slams the door shut. He's like, nope. Those 2 panels of him, like, in the doorway and then him shutting the door, like, one on top of the other, was so good. With Nami's angry face at the middle one. Oh, man, chef's kiss. But that moment of panic doesn't last very long, and he regains his composure, opening the door again, only to be met by a bolt of lightning at the top of page 5.
I love the idea of opening the door again and then just like, oh, fuck.
He's like, okay, I got this. I'm gonna open this door and I'm gonna be a big boy, and I can't. And then he opens the door and then he gets slammed right in the face with lightning. I like the interaction between Nami and Usopp. Over the next couple of pages, we kind of see different facets of the both of them through exploring kind of their one-on-one relationship. At first we see that she's annoyed with him, but then at the top of page 6, she kind of empathizes with him, and then following that, they go, like, in collaboration and, like, problem-solving mode. Like, I don't know, I think it was a good display of how compatible they actually are, maybe if it's not necessarily in a super obvious kind of way.
I love the top right of 6, or the first panel in 6.
Yes.
They turn, like, cutesy.
Yeah, exactly. And she's like, I know, right? They're, like, giggling to each other. Like, that's adorable and funny. Honestly, Usopp is kind of a Chad.
I don't know if that's but I hear you.
I love seeing his mind work, like at the top of 7, and then pages 8 and 9 are just such good highlights of who he is as a person. Like, he is smart. Like, of the Straw Hats, he is as far as I'm concerned, one of the smartest ones of the group. He definitely has an engineer's mind. And then just everything that we continuously seem to go back to, which is his bravery, his courage. Even though he's scared, he's super brave as he stands up to Enel in an attempt to distract him. But also, like, then we also get his, like, freaking voodoo attack, which is
oh my gosh, yes,
so absurd, but it also works on Nami. Which is, okay, well, it looks and sounds ridiculous, but does it actually kind of work a little bit? It seems like it does. Over pages 10 and 11, Nami tries to make an escape using the waiver, but she notices that Usopp is injured, and as she tries to scoop him up, we get a super compelling page at page 12. I'm not sure what it was about it, but it's like I could feel the despair in the situation. Like, she's so close to grabbing his hand, and just as we think that she might, Enel presses the tip of his staff on Usopp's hand to push it down, and then you get the wide shot in the middle of the page that just really sells the scene, and then, yeah, the close-up shot on them as Enel kind of charges his attack. Like, to me, it was a great page. Kind of out of the blue, but I really liked it. I am glad to see Sanji coming in with the kick at the top of page 13, and then we get a pretty good moment for him starting at page 15, after we see Usopp and Nami jumping off the arc with the waiver. That bottom corner panel of him, page 15, I think was pretty cool as he's taking a puff from his cigarette. It's nice and detailed, and then it flows super nicely into the top of 16, which is just epic, to be honest, with like the torn clothes and the bandages on his chest and his arms. Like, he's holding his cigarettes with 2 fingers, and he says, "I'm just thinking how I wanted a light," before he collapses to the floor. Like, that was king shit. Like, for every thought I have about Sanji, page 16 was a great page for him. It was a really, I wish it but it makes me sad because I just want more of that. That's all I ask for, because he has so much potential. He could easily be one of my favorites. And I hate that everything except these, like, highlights of pure genius are his absolute downfall. But it's okay. It is what it is. I can just take this in and be like, this is who he could be, and I'm gonna hang on to that for as long as I can.
Gonna hang on to it
real tight. I'm just gonna commit page 16 of chapter 284 to my mind. Oh, yeah. And then we get, I find, was a very, like, cathartic moment, like an oh shit moment, as Enel realizes that Sanji fucked with the ship and jammed the gears. I was like this is messing up his plans. Like, was completely unexpected, and I love that. And then honestly, over pages 18 and 19, I thought it was great to see, like, the several onomatopoeia of the ship creaking and rumbling, and it's like, it's super foreboding in its stillness. Like, it builds up that feeling of something's about to happen. And then I also like, I think at the bottom of page 18, it looks like the face of the ship is crying. It's like, it looks like something's leaking out of, at least you could see one of the eyes to the left of that bottom panel, which would be its right eye, but it looks like something
I don't believe anything is actually leaking. It may be an artistic flourish, whether intentional or not.
Well, I think it's the light playing. It's supposed to be the light playing across it.
It might be the light, but
it does look like tears. It is a nice touch.
I thought that was neat regardless. And then overall, I love the way the chapter ends as we see Usopp managing to climb back up on the arc with his grappling hook. So yeah, that's what I had for 284. Dylan? And then just quickly, the SBS is what Michael was mentioning earlier. I can't remember if that was while we had started recording or or before.
That's better than I could do with my mouth.
But yeah, drawing with the mouth, like, because you can see which character it is, right? Like, you can tell who's who, and that's more than I could ever do for sure. So yeah, go ahead, Dylan.
like you see him like and it's like so unbothered. It's like, oh yeah, I remember. I met you a while ago, right? The boat. I killed you, but not really. Yeah. And like Usopp, like I get that he's got mantra, but Usopp like, where's Sanji? It's like, brother, come on, the element of surprise. Come on, can we not keep some shit under our hat? Like, please. Fuck. I know it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter in this scenario, and that might be the case. But all that, it's like, wait, Sanji, he hasn't gotten here yet, and then just immediately goes back to the door.
Yeah.
Funny, but then he does. He's like, actually, no, I'm gonna stand up, and almost gets fucking roasted. And then like as he like lands near Nami, he screams Nami. She's like, what do you want? And he's like, help me. Honestly, that's fair though. It's like, for fuck's sake, step up. Like, I'm not Zolo or Luffy. Like, I need assistance.
I'm actually not a superhuman.
I don't have powers. I'm just a goofball.
I'm just some guy.
I got octopus shoes.
And see, maybe that's why Sanji and Usopp are so alike, is that they're both kind of just some guy.
Yeah, but Sanji could, like, kick shit in half. He doesn't have... He's like Zolo. It's like, I don't
No, I don't know. No, you
superpower.
cannot. I'm sorry. No.
Well, Dylan's got a point
No,
here.
they're actually not the same. Whatever.
As far as their combat feats that we've seen,
Yeah. It's not as strong, yeah. Zolo's not as... Or Sanji's not as strong as Zolo, but they're still, like... They don't have superpowers. I did air quotes, you can't see it, but... and then I love top right of 6. It's like, well, I'd like to save you, but we're against the Kami. Right? That was fun. That was a fun little bit.
just taking a moment to just dish.
Yeah. Like, oh my god. And then another thing I love is like bottom of 7 goes to the top right corner of like 8, like does like a super graceful like backward somersault and fucks the landing.
the flip. Yeah.
Like does the over rotate, realizes like, oh fuck. Fucking rereading it, I laughed my ass off.
He starts off so strong with that bottom panel, and
I didn't even notice that panel.
Yeah, and then realizes the over rotation's like, oh fuck! It's so fucking. Because I've done shit like that off a diving board.
You try to do a backflip, it turns into a belly flop.
Well, I've done off diving boards. It's like, oh, I felt like a cream rotation. And then like, see as I'm coming down, it's like, oh shit!
Yeah, I fucked it.
Fucking slam face. And I the fucking Usopp voodoo.
Like, I imagine him saying, like, take a nail clipper to your teeth.
Oh,
Exactly,
no,
yeah.
stop it. We can't.
It does hurt just thinking about it.
Yeah, stop it.
I love how he looks back, it's like, cover your ears, do you want to die? That's like, you two are just drama queens, I love it.
They really are, Dylan. That's
They actually are.
That's like Nami and Usopp are like the golden girls of the fucking crew.
Oh my. And they kind of are catty with each other too, though.
They are a catty, they gossip, they like, oh yeah, 100%.
Which member from Sex and the City is Nami?
I've never seen Sex in the City. You tell us, Dylan.
I have no idea. Oh, and this is another good representation of what you're talking about earlier with like a 9 middle panel of actually seeing the drum poles in his fucking shoulder. He technically, because the land he destroyed that he came from is another Shandian area. So I'm not Shandian, Skypian. So I assume they would all have the wings because his head honchos that came with him had wings.
Yeah. That's true.
From this shot, it looks like he ripped his wings out to put this in its place. Because he does not have wings.
That's
true. He does not.
I don't think there's anything to confirm or deny it, but I like it.
Well, his vassals.
Yeah, they did. They all had
because his vassals weren't part of Gain 4's group, but they all had wings.
Not that we know of. Yeah.
Yeah. So to me,
it's a little speculative, but it feels
he
good.
ripped his wings out to put that in place. He's like, I am God.
Let us know in the comments, listeners, if you have any thoughts on that.
I'm right, and I don't care what you say.
Dylan, we're actually trying. We're trying to like engage our listeners, Dylan.
Anyways, yeah, they're like, yo, let's take this ATV and jump it off the ship. Bold strategy, but kind of badass.
There's little clouds.
The beanstalk, yeah. The logic's there, but it's also at the same time, it's like, hey, like. You're thinking like, oh, it's water. When you hit water from like 100 feet up, it's pretty much still hitting concrete. I get they're clouds, but that would also be like, hey, how viscous are the clouds? How much force do we inert on it before it's like, no, you just pass through it like it's a normal cloud. Like it's lost, you've surpassed its tensile strength. You're going through
these are clouds that they do mine. They have to mine them. Remember, they had like a cloud quarry or something?
Why is it? I don't care if it's a manga. It should be like the real world.
Well.
And then like, you see the escape plan just going into it, and then I love just, he's like, you're gonna have to go through me to save him. It's like, well, fuck it, I'm gonna do a drive-by thing, and like, he's like, I'm not gonna attack you, I'm just gonna make sure you can't get him, and pins his hand to the ground with his spear, or the butt of his spear. He's like, damn, That's badass. And then I loved, like, Sanji's preferred method of saving Usopp is to kick the shit out of him. I like that. And just, like, a cool guy moment. It's like, all right, you don't have a chance to be a pervert, but it's like, go. And then puts the cigarette in his mouth. And then Usopp being like, he made his decision as a man, don't waste his effort. Very valid. If someone chooses to sacrifice himself, you're like, no, we can't let him do that. And then you all die. Well, kind of spat in that dude's face. Yeah, it's like before he died, he's like, I died so they could get away, and like right before he dies, he sees you coming back. He's like, what the fuck?
God damn
I
it.
should have just let you guys die if I knew you would be this fucking dumb. And just the closer, it was like, I was just thinking how I wanted to light. And what is it you wanted to say? Oh, drop dead. Hits the ground. Fucking like, damn.
It's a great page.
Damn.
It's a great page.
After that, the doom and just like the shot of the face of the airship, and it's just like,
Yeah.
something's right. Oh, this little fucker's fucking shit up.
That fucking piece of shit.
It's like, oh shit, it was a ruse. And like, you see how like Sanji had the right idea, because you see how like, oh shit, Eneru is about it. In fact, instead of just walking to go see what it is, he like does his lightning form to fucking get there as quick as he possibly can. It's like, damn, Sanji, you put in some work. And then Usopp, being a real one, is like, no, I actually used my grappling hook and I'm still here. I'm gonna save Sanji. Good job, Usopp.
Usopp MVP for Skypiea right now.
For real. Oh, he's grown a lot.
The SBS, not SBS, is still the Hypersonic Duck Squad. Like that.
Oh, it is.
Damn, maybe.
Oh, I love that.
No, there's too much shading for that. I was like, maybe that. That would be a fun one.
A tattoo? I think you would.
Yeah, just like the introduction of him. God, that
think-
would hurt so bad, though. It would be such
That
an
would be a
intense,
tough first tattoo.
An intense tattoo, yeah. Well, what I'm thinking of, if
Oh,
I'm thinking
wait.
naval scenery, it's going to be tough no matter what. But no, that's all I have.
Oh, okay. So 284. Sorry. Cute little cover picture. I like it. So this is going to be a repeated theme through this chapter, but this was a funny fucking chapter. It was funny, but like it was funny with intention. I think every bit didn't feel out of place. It felt like it flowed with the story. All the characters felt right. I loved this. This was so good. The opening was funny. Usopp slamming the door. It's all good bits. It was frantic. It's funny. I liked it a lot. The Usopp voodoo, very funny. Definitely made me cringe a little bit just from the, thinking about what he's actually saying. I think that there's like a bit of truth to what he's doing. It made me think of dental trauma, which I won't expand on here. But he nailed it. And then I thought when he said, idiot, cover your ears, did you want to die? Was so extreme, so silly, but ultimately so Usopp, Nami, silly, goofy. It was all good. It was all good. And then Sanji pops in. I mean, let's go. What? This is the best we've seen Sanji. He had some good stuff at the like, 3/4 mark in Alabasta. Well, Baratier was I thought Baratier was all good. I thought Sanji hadn't had an opportunity to really kind of weasel his way into a negative space in the Baratier, and I won't take anything away from it, but it wasn't as good as this. Not one thing from Baratier comes close to what has happened here.
Agreed.
The art level on this was insane. He needed this. There needs to be more of this. And then, just the top of 16 is one of my, again, I'm being arbitrary here by giving it a number, but it's probably one of my 20 favorite One Piece moments. It just speaks to me as someone who is critical of Sanji, but I do ultimately like him. He's probably towards the middle of the Straw Hat Pack for me, but I do like him. And then when he says drop dead and then he actually passes out, I mean, let's fucking go. That was so cool. And then Usopp, it gives Usopp another chance to shine. I mean, how many times can we really boost this man up? Let's keep it coming. I've enjoyed it so far. I wouldn't mind seeing more. And and then Oda draws with his mouth for the SBS, which, again, better than I could do. Luffy actually kind of looks good. There's some detail in Luffy that I wouldn't imagine.
The hat and stuff?
Which one do you think is the worst? I'm thinking Robin.
Let me see. Yeah, Robin.
I assume Usopp, I'm not looking at it right now, but I assume Usopp would be pretty bad because his facial features are pretty extreme.
Usopp's actually not bad because you see the nose pretty well and you see the goggles and the hair.
And you see his goggles, yeah.
I would say the girls, Nami and Robin.
Yeah, Sanji's close. Chopper's great, but I mean, Chopper's very distinct from everyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the antlers for me. But overall, this was so good. the humor landed perfectly. I mean, I can't think of a
the
funnier.
humor was masterfully dashed in.
Absolutely. Sanji and Usopp both shine in very special ways, and I had a lot of fun with this. 285V?
Hell yeah, let's wrap this baby up. So intro image story, of course Ace would fill up on the buffet. He is a hungry boy, as we have determined previously.
It's like, shit, I should join the Navy.
Exactly. He's like, you know what? Military life, that's for me. As we get back into the story proper, I'm happy to see that Usopp, Sanji, and Nami are reunited over pages 2 and 3. I did appreciate seeing the panel mid-page 4, where we actually see a map of where everything is in relation to the clouds. Like, I had kind of already pieced it together, so maybe that map could have come a little bit earlier, but it was still a good thing to just see it, you know, clearly defined.
It really could have come a little early. Like, at this point, the context really isn't changing much of how I'm comprehending.
It's just, like, making it more overt or obvious, but it doesn't change anything. Whereas I feel like this explanation could have happened, like, the previous volume, maybe, or even the one before that. So we are back to the arc at the top of 5. We get another couple of interesting shots of the ship at the top and the middle of the page, and then at page 6 we find out that the arc has a generator of sorts in the form of the rare jet dials. The close-up of Enel's face at the bottom of page 6 actually looks pretty menacing, to be honest. Like, he usually has that very, like, casual, sort of, like, nonchalant air about him, but bottom of 6, he actually looks angry and determined to make the country's demise happen.
He's got very nice eyelashes.
He does. He has prettier eyelashes than I do, and I'm a bit salty about that.
Oh my god.
We're then back with Isa and Luffy at page 7, and honestly, I really like Isa as a character, and I wish that a little bit more emphasis was put on her. I know that she serves sort of as the face of the Shandians, you know, when we're talking about, you know, earlier I was saying, like, who is the person or the character that is meant to represent their people. To me, Conus would be the Sky people, and Isa, to me, would be the Shandian.
For you to relate to, essentially, because it's not Wiper.
No, it's not Wiper,
right?
because Wiper's a warrior. That's different. Isa is the person that actually, to me, represents what the broader population is experiencing in terms of loss, in terms of threat, in terms of all of that. And I feel like her being a child is also something that is both sad and encouraging, because to me she represents the future of the Shandian. She refuses to leave Pierre behind. She carries him even though it's by his beak. She deeply cares about her homeland, and at the bottom of page 8 she gets emotional about the fate of Skypiea. You can tell that she's afraid, not just for herself but for every person in Skypiea and for the land itself. And I feel like that's just a you know, it puts into perspective the what is at stake, right? Like, what the potential impact of all of this can be to the people that actually live there. And I feel like, yeah, just overall, Isa is a good representative of that. We get a really good shot of the beanstalk at the top of page 9, and starting at page 10, the crew is reunited, if briefly, as Luffy drops Isa off with Robin before he starts his climb up the beanstalk. And they're then joined by Nami, Usopp, and Sanji, who I just want to note that Robin calls Navigator, Longnose, and Mr. Cook. Like, and I feel like that's an interesting thing to be a witness to in terms of her sense of belonging with the Straw Hats. I feel like she does feel more and more comfortable with them, but and in some ways her relationships with the Straw Hats has improved and grown and bloomed over time, but there's still this air of, like, distance where I feel like maybe she hesitates to truly bond with them. Maybe because, you know, her experience with Baroque works wasn't great in terms of how can that sense of belonging be used against you or against the people you love. So I think she keeps a little bit of distance, but I think she still cares about them a lot. At the top of page 12, it's basically the gallery of everyone that's KO'd as we see Zoro, Chopper, Ganfor, and
Just a
Viper
reminder.
all unconscious and beaten up. Yeah, like, oh, by the way, these are the people that actually can't do anything right now. Luffy's left to go up the beanstalk. Nami is following him using the waiver. And at page 14, we're back to Angel Island and the Cloud Village as the threat hangs over the residents. I was also thinking in terms of like things that look scary and imposing. Something as whimsical as a giant beanstalk is made to look so ominous. Because when I think about a giant beanstalk, I think about Jack and the Beanstalk, and like while it is big and imposing, it comes across as more whimsical, whereas this is like threatening in a way. And it's giving a little bit of like, again, a second reference to Majora's Mask. It's giving a little bit the clock tower in the middle of town, where it's something that reaches for the sky, where you know that shit is gonna go down. At some point, like it's looming over everything, and it's like, oh no, this is a little scary. And then, okay, the last few pages actually made me quite uncomfortable and upset. Like it bothered me to see the world be set ablaze and the villagers being attacked with the panels they're all super heavily shaded in to really immerse the reader in the sheer calamity of it all. I feel like Usopp's expression at the bottom of 17 was also a great choice to put emphasis on that fear and disbelief, because his face is so expressive that I couldn't really see anyone else capturing the essence of how intense and terrifying all of this truly is. And then over pages 18 and 19, like we get the shot of Enel arm like raised in front of him as he summons the thunderbolts. He's licking his lips and he says, "Now, why don't we start the feast with the sight of the like cataclysm that he's brought upon the land?" Like, it's chilling. Like,
that is a massive attack.
It is. It's like I try to put myself in the shoes of someone like that, and I'm thinking about, like, you know, countries that have been bombed and stuff like that, and it's very
apocalyptic.
It's apocalyptic, and it's humbling, like, because in this context it's given this like this fantastical flavor, but plenty of people, unfortunately, in this timeline of the world have experienced something similar in the shape of their countries being bombed, and I can't help but have a lot of empathy for that, even though I've not experienced it. It tugs at something very human in my instinct. Yeah, so chilling, I think, is the word that comes out to me. Like, it sends a shiver down my spine to think about that. And also he says Mama Ragan?
Probably just the name of the attack.
Yeah, I was thinking, what? And my notes literally say, "What that mean?" Because I don't think we've seen it before, and I don't know what it means.
Mama Ragan is Australian Aboriginal mythology, is the origin.
Okay.
It's a lightning ancestral being who speaks with thunder as his voice. He rides a storm cloud and throws lightning bolts to humans and trees.
Ooh. Interesting. So, like, because we've had pieces of lore as related to Enel before, but not Australian. That's interesting.
Hey, fucking right, mate. You're gonna throw a fucking lightning bolt at you.
Dylan, stop.
Yeah, let's get fucking going there, mate.
You're the worst.
That's a lightning bolt. This is a lightning bolt.
This is supposed to be super intense and like somber, Dylan. Come on.
Yeah, Zeus is just a washed-up bogan, if I tell you. Queenslander.
Anyway, so that's what I had for 285. I will get into my thoughts in the volume as a whole a little bit later. Dylan?
Chapter name is Capriccio. That's like a food.
Capriccio.
That's like a food thing, right? I'm assuming it's Italian.
No, I
it
think
sounds
it's
Italian.
It's so far there's been a lot of musical, like, storytelling things, like orchestral pieces that tell stories, and I'll tell you.
Yeah,
right
Capriccio is also, they say, a lively piece of music, typically one that is short and free in form, as per dictionary.
Sounds like it fits the fucking Straw Hats, if I say so myself. Maybe Capriccio enjoyers.
now. Sure.
But yeah, I don't know. And after seeing Ace in the cover story, it's like, damn, I want a good old buffet.
Same.
Even though it's like, when you get done with it, you're like, yeah, that was food.
And I ate a lot of it. We gotta get some hot pot, Dylan.
Oh,
That also Brazilian steakhouse.
Brazilian steakhouses are amazing.
Yeah, I love Brazilian steakhouse. Anyways, yeah. Usopp's face when falling, classic Usopp. Just like the most expressive of all.
He was just drawn that way, like Jessica Rabbit.
Well, and he's the goofy character. He's got like the Looney Tunes spring shoes on. The way he falls into the cloud again, like Wile E. Coyote ass. And also like his proportions. I'm starting to wonder if like maybe that was a loose inspiration because the shit he does and all the fiascos he gets himself into is very Wile E. like Acme Wile E. Coyote.
I would be surprised if Oda was not heavily inspired by Looney Tunes.
If
And there's some other stuff that I can't really bring up here, but he leans into it heavy in some certain parts of the manga.
yeah, you meant the point about like the whole like beanstalk kind of thing. It's like it does really lend to like the sense of like foreboding that the fairy tale is supposed to lean to, but doesn't really because it's a fairy tale. But in this, it's like, oh, that leads to bad shit. Don't want to deal
kills
with it.
people.
Yeah. Fee fi fo, fuck that. I ain't going up there.
I'm gonna stay right down here. I got nothing to do with giants. What am I gonna do?
Giants.
Yeah, we have like 120 millimeter cannons, so I think we can handle a giant.
Ooh, but they might have magic.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know anything
Yeah.
about cloud
True.
giants.
Sure, but at the same time, 124 millimeter cannon. Like, I don't care if it's a cloud giant. I don't think you can take a broadside from a U.S. battleship.
What if it casts firewall?
Doesn't matter. It's still a fucking like.
What if it casts wish?
Oh,
I wish that this doesn't shoot.
Yeah,
at me.
it's like, okay, that's cool. You wasted a wish. We're reloading.
You have to take a long rest before you can cast that
Yeah,
again.
you're fucked, dude. Takes us on average like 30 seconds to put a new shell in there. Yeah. Auto loaders are a son bitch. And then Itaru going through the ship, kind of looking over it, and then you get the little like, oh, I have enough wind power to stay afloat. It's like, okay, yeah, you explained it, but man, at this point, I'm over the fucking dials. Like,
Okay.
it's just like, I get it. Just hand wave it and be like, oh, no, he did the damage, but there's enough to keep afloat. Like, it's not going to cripple me. Like, you don't need to be like, oh, well, the wind dials there took It's like, I don't.
We're in Skype.
It's like,
No, I see you.
brother,
I hear you.
wrap it the fuck up. Like, it doesn't need it. Like, it doesn't add anything really to know that, like, oh, I took it from the land to destroy it. It's like, cool, you're evil. I get it. Anyway, it's just like, oh, he damaged it, but he didn't cripple it, so I can still do my plan. All it takes. And then I like seeing her dragon, like, because her dragon, the bird by its beak, is like reminiscent of a kid like dragging their favorite doll around. And I love how Luffy's like, well, fuck, I can't carry this ball. Oh, let's do this. And it's just fucking rolling along with it like that. And it's like, that's funny. Also smart.
One Piece pinball. I'd play it.
It's gotta exist.
I don't think it does actually.
Oh, what? Like every Windows from like the 90s had some form.
Everything
had
has a
some
pinball.
version of. Oh fuck, we had Pokemon pinball, dude, on Game Boy.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
Pokemon pinball is actually good.
Yeah, and it's fucking tough as shit. I remember getting, because like I was trying playing it as a kid, and I would get so fucking angry because I just didn't understand how it works.
It's kind of like when you start playing Minesweeper and you have no idea how to actually play Minesweeper.
I eventually figured it out.
Even if I bothered to figure out, fuck Minesweeper.
I remember the pure rage and the moment of illumination of like, oh, now I understand how it works.
And then bottom of 8 is a really sweet thing, because, like, it kind of brings it back. It's like, remember, it's like, no, this is, like, yeah, she's been dealing with all this crazy shit. And it's like, and you tend to forget, but hey, this is a child.
She's a baby.
This is a child faced with, it's like, your home is going to disappear.
She's, like, what, canonically, like, I don't know, like 10
Like
years
6
old,
or
maybe?
7 years old. The way she's drawn, I think she's, like, 6.
I'm not sure.
If she is between 1 and 18,
She's a child. Yeah, she is a child.
18 to 25, it's like, no, you're still a kid.
Your brain isn't fully developed.
It's like, do you understand what it means when I go woogity, woogity, woogity? You don't? No, you're a kid.
I don't understand.
Canadian. All right, child. Be
Am I
gone.
a child? I'm just a baby. Don't
No,
spank
you just didn't have the golden era of fucking Nickelodeon Cartoon Network that we did.
He's talking about Rocket Power, V. Do you know Rocket Power? at
I
all?
know of it by name, but no.
Dude, it was right in the era of like when like the Tony Hawk games were like super fucking popular. Like that was like
Yeah.
perfect timing for that kind of like extreme sport show to come out. It's like, dude, I want to skateboard, I want to surf, I want to play hockey. Never did any of those, but anyways.
It was awesome. It really spoke to the zeitgeist at that moment.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you're a kid in the 90s, so
really-
we got ska, we got
Not
skateboarding.
you using the word zeitgeist to define a cartoon.
We're we're adults, V. We're allowed to use big words now. I wasn't saying that when I was a child. I wasn't like 10 years old. It's like the zeitgeist right now is amazing.
Wow. I'm really loving this zeitgeist.
It's just a very specific word. Like, it's not that it's inaccurate. It's just that it's a very specific word.
And then top of 9, again, the perspective shot of from the ground seeing the ship is just, it's fucking cool. Just imagine being this is like a Final Fantasy game, some goblin ass looking up as I'm fucking ripping ass by, and I'm like, wait, I want money, and I start to land, and they're like, oh no. He's back. He's back. He killed so many generations just to buy a sword.
So many people.
Anyways, and then I love how, like, again, Luffy's son is like, oh, hey, it's Robin. I see Robin. You know what? This is a child that needs to be taken care of. Throws child at Robin.
Does he throw her?
Yeah, because it's like, you hear Robin, she looks over her shoulder, and then Ice is just flying through the air. Ah! Like, he threw that child at them.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because look at where he's at.
I think he does.
Yeah, he did not just throw he yeeted the shit out of that child.
And Robin's like, what the fuck? Catches
Yeah.
him.
And then Ice's reaction to Robin's powers. Understandable.
Yeah, everyone's a little freaked out by it.
You're never gonna be comfortable with arms sprouting out
No,
of
it's
things.
it's always going to be a little weird.
My eyes don't pop in my head, but I'm still like, ugh. And then Luffy's just kind of like, hey, like, Energy's going after, like, I want to beat this guy's ass. He's going after that bell, right? All right, cool. Off I go. And just, again, just the pure stubbornness of Luffy. It's like, still has the, like, not like, hey, I should figure out a way to get rid of this ball in my hand. What's a good way to do it? I think Robin could make her hands grow on the inside of the ball, off of Luffy's arm, and then push out. This is a malleable metal, enough of the hands pushing out. Make a bunch of friction, too, to kind of soften it more. Probably make it big enough for him to pull his hand through.
Feels like a time-consuming effort, to be quite honest with you.
Not if she puts like 60 hands on his arm and that expands.
I still think it would take time that they might not have.
Oh, he can keep climbing. And then not like the gang pretty much all meets up and it's like, oh, Luffy's going to rescue you guys. It's like, ah, damn. It's like, are you guys surprised at this point? It's kind of always happens. Anytime it's like, Luffy's going to rescue the crew. Hey, we're here. Where's Luffy? He's going to rescue you. Damn.
It is what it is.
It's another loop that is kind of extending Skypiea.
13 is at the point where he's like, no, I'm over the bullshit. I'm going to start running vertically. Oh, no, he's not going vertically. It's just the way the top left of 13 puts it. It looks like he's running straight up it.
It's an interesting angle to choose. In that panel, I agree.
And just like, no, fuck it. I stand on business. And he's just like running up the fucking spiral with the ball dragon behind him. My prediction. He's going to launch himself at the ship with the ball, and the ball is gonna fucking destroy, like, do severe damage to the ship. Calling it. And I like seeing, because we get the police force who were kind of like, we hate them, but it's like, no, like, we get to see more of the, no, the only reason we ever went along with it was always about protecting the people. Like, I put up with Ender's bullshit, I always hated Enderu, but it was the only way I could keep the population safe. And now at the point, it's like, no, fuck it, stop panicking, everybody keep calm, leave your possessions behind, it's time to go now. Hey, we have these resources that are for combat. No, use those to help get people to. Use our, like, fucking Milky Cloud dials to get people to the harbor faster.
I feel like it's something that we've definitely heard before in, like, actual history.
It reminds me, he's kind of getting the vibes if you've ever seen We Were Soldiers. Like, We Were Soldiers, he makes a promise before they go off to Vietnam. He was like, I will promise you this now. I am going to be the first man onto the battlefield, and I will be the last man to leave it. And, like, during the movie, they call it, it's like, oh, HQ called, you need to go out in the next chopper. It's like, you're too valuable. He said, no, fuck that. I'm staying with my men. And then at the end of the movie, he's the last person to step onto a Huey.
I mean, there's certainly a element of this that is admirable, but I think there is a certain part of that that is also cowardice. And you know what? Sometimes you are a coward. You know, sometimes you are scared. It's difficult to be brave.
Yeah,
it is.
But it's like you call it cowardice, but at the same time, it's like if I fought back, I would just die, and there would be no one to redirect.
Again, I think there's something honorable about it. I think there is. I think it's a very two-way street.
It's like I'll shoulder the burden to have history call me a coward, and I'll still hold my head high because I was able to save some people because of it. Kind of vibe type shit.
Because I related more to like people who are put in these positions where they have to be enforcers of the law and decision makers with regards to things that they maybe do not agree with by virtue of like sheer like survival or wanting to protect their own families or whatever. And all I was thinking really is that it's complicated.
Yeah, it is.
It's very complicated. Yeah.
I do not think this white beret is without fault.
No, exactly.
Say that.
Exactly. And that doesn't take away from the fact that...
But the same thing, in his shoes, what would you have done
But
different?
that's the thing, is I'll never know. Hopefully I'll never know. I'm hoping to never find out. And so therefore I find myself in a position where I cannot judge.
I would have gone on a power trip and been really gung-ho about it.
I can't judge them because I don't know. I simply don't know what instincts would take over when faced with that decision. But you also can't deny the harm that some of this has done.
Yeah.
That this sort of like, I don't know that I would call it complacency, but like tacit approval of something.
Or at least acceptance.
Yes, it is harmful, even though your intentions might be good, or even if you don't really want to hurt people, the fact that you have to.
Well, what is it? The road to evil is paved with good intentions.
Yeah.
But yeah, I will say, I love how the end of this chapter is laid out. It's done very, very well. Like, you get the middle of 15, you get the super still things. It cuts back to Connus, like the wind has stopped. The sea is so quiet.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the lightning starts hitting everywhere. It's hitting in the town, and like people panic and running for their lives. And then you hear just over everything now. And then Usopp's face done with it too, like very, very well. Like he's usually the goofy guy, but again, based on the shading, it's like, holy shit, like, oh fuck.
Yeah, this is serious.
And now, why don't we start the feast? And then just the big cut of whatever it is, all the lightning coming down. Really cool. Like that. 2-page spread, I think, would have been appropriate. A full 2-pager for that scene.
I don't hate Enel kind of looming over it.
True. I don't like his tongue being out, though.
I feel like, actually, I agree with you, Michael. I think it drives the point and even forward of him being the catalyst for
like,
all of that.
This is not just like...
This is him. Yeah. His quest for power and control that has made this
to me,
happen.
I don't need to see him. That's just for me. That's just my personal thing. Like, I get it. It's just, to me, it's like seeing that kind of destruction go down. To me, everything, the way Otis told the story so far, there is only one thing that could cause that, and that's Eneru. But that's all I got.
All right, 285. This is one of my shortest note volumes yet. So there's definitely some great moments in this chapter. So I'm going to kind of go through it how I did. So Usopp's falling, meets up with Nami. They're kind of pointing out what's going on. Quick flash to Enel. I'm literally going through it. Enel is confident and fixing his ship. Okay. Luffy's figuring out life with a ball. And there's Robin.
Figuring out life with a ball.
He's getting it. He's learning.
Like every teenage boy out there.
Luffy has to go back. So he goes. Everybody meets up. And then we get to the hot stuff. Again, that was me summarizing 13 pages of this. And I'm going to go ahead and read my summary before I actually go through the individual notes. Yawn. This chapter was needed. It did something important, but I read through it obligatorily. Is that a word? I read through it because
you had
it's
to?
the next step. Yeah, essentially. It sets up what's happening, but I don't think anything here wowed me until those last couple pages. And this is where the Skypiea stuff really kind of piques my interest. When it's not about who do I care about, it's about the danger,
the stakes.
What I do care about. Yeah, it's about the stakes. It's about Enel, which has been I've not been quiet about this. Is my favorite thing about Skypiea. Eneru is a badass. He's scary. He's intimidating as fuck. He's interesting, and this is his fully putting himself into that Skypian storyline in a big way. Everything is ratcheted up to 11 here, and these last couple pages are what I love the most about this. Honestly, mid chapter. So let me try to go through my notes here with all that in mind. Luffy with the ball kind of reminded me of Sisyphus, and I think this may even be a correlation to Luffy's character overall. Luffy will constantly push the boulder up the hill. Even if it falls, he will be there at the bottom, ready to keep going. I've recently played a lot of the video game Hades, and Sisyphus is a character in that, so it's very fresh in my mind. But this task specifically feels Sisyphean, I think is the best way to put it. And perhaps even Luffy as a whole. Dylan uses the term bullheaded, I think.
Pig-headed, stubborn.
And pig-headed, yes, pig-headed's better. And this is another example of that, but an interesting one, because he literally has a ball strapped to his arm, and he presses forward. I think even in some shots where he's running, it shows him struggling. He's huffing and puffing. He's wheezing, actually, on page 13, middle of page 13. Yeah, I do like what's going on here, but when I say yawn boring, I'm taking it in context of everything that's come before, what I want to see at the time, and yeah, I just don't think this chapter did much. And if it was just that, the parts that I wasn't in love with, then I would say that this was a weird way to end the volume. However, this volume does end on a absolutely nutty note, and thus, actually, I was saying this volume. I was going to say, and thus this volume, but the chapter and the volume end on a quite insane, I don't know if I'd call it a cliffhanger.
It's scary as shit, bro.
Yeah, it's terrifying. And it's so good. Seeing the Skypians panic, seeing the lightning strike, oh my gosh. 16 and 17, I think, gosh, I don't even know if I should try to weight it. I was about to say 16 and 17 hit just as hard as 18 or 19, but it doesn't matter. They're both excellent. I'm not going to try to compare one to the other. I'm going to take that thought back, and just seeing the fire on everything, people running, people being shot into the sky, and then you cut back to the Straw Hats for like just a bit of a moment of like, holy shit. Only four. The last 3/4 page with a Nell on it, and that is how you end a volume. Chapter bullshit aside, hell yeah. So that's all I had to say. There's no SBS on. There's a coloring page. You guys, listeners, go ahead and color that. Send it in, and then we'll pick.
We'll do a contest.
That's all I had for this. Which will go ahead and bring our discussions of the chapters to a close. And we'll go ahead and open the floor for general comments on the volume as a whole. I will begin. So I do want to start off with saying this was a very good volume. Skypiea running a little long aside, this was still a good volume. I liked a lot of what this had to give. It definitely reinforces some of my negative feelings about Skypiea, but here I go. This volume had some incredible moments, but it in and of itself was not incredible as a whole. The Sanji scene was a top moment for me, but I can't help but wonder, could we have taken a volume to like a volume's worth of content to tighten things up? I don't know that it changed a whole lot. It gave Usopp and Sanji some really good stuff, which I don't want to say is a bad thing. I don't think it's bad to give them. I just wonder if we're not beating the same horse on repeat. Lots of hard-hitting confrontations. I mean, this was very much an action chapter, just as much as it was some kind of exposition chapter. I think it did both reasonably well. And the only person that anyone was confronting was Enel. And I think that actually speaks a lot to this volume's credit here, is that they're really using Inaru as that guy. We're not dealing with Hattori, Kotori, Satori, the other guy, and the third one. Or fourth one. Oh, and then there's the Heavenly Warrior Yama.
Whoever these guys are.
Yeah, the gang of who cares.
I remember Miss Merry Christmas, and I think it was Mr. Four.
Yeah.
Better than I remember any of them.
Even freaking Miss Father's Day with the frogs.
More memorable. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. But then you have Enel.
So the
Yeah,
the focus on Enel was great here. And the fact that it wasn't everyone fighting their own individual battle, it was a lot of people coming together to fight this one battle, I think was really good. That was something that served this volume well. Every scene and sequence with Enel was awesome. I can't think of much negative to say about that aspect of the story. And yeah, again, it was very good, but I do have some strong questions for the decisions that were made here, but not enough to make me not enjoy it. So that's all I had for the volume. V?
Yeah, I guess my thoughts are fairly similar to yours, and we kind of touched on it earlier. I think Skypiea is one whole volume too long at this point. I enjoyed this volume. I will say I think I preferred the previous one, and I feel like I will like the next one more. Like, this did a good job in bringing the story forward, establishing the stakes a little bit more, but it was absolutely, to me, a transition volume, and it left me wanting for more. It did have a few really solid character moments. Usopp comes to mind. It was good. It was decent, but it did lose a little bit of momentum from the previous one, in my opinion, and I have a feeling like the next one, like I said, is going to pick up. To me, the very end of this last chapter does pick things up quite a bit and makes me want to read more and makes me excited for the next volume. But yeah, it was fine. It was fine, is what I'm going to say about this volume. Good character moments, good highlights, but in terms of just driving the story of Skypiea forward, meh.
Seems like you're on the same boat as me within that.
Yeah. Yeah. But I didn't dislike it. Like, I'm not a hater. It's just, it was what it was. And that's okay. Dylan?
Yeah, I'm going to agree with the overriding consensus that it's dragging. It's too fucking long. I think the biggest blunder too, because Alabasta was really fucking wrong. But with Alabasta, what you got to see was Crocodile. You got to see Crocodile behind the scenes. You got to see how he's pulling the strings. And we didn't really get that. It was like, oh, hey, here's a shitload of exposition, and then here's these guys who are doing this. Okay, there's the bad guy. Okay, and like this volume to me, it's like, oh shit, if we had seen more of this during all the exposition and all the bullshit, it would have been a lot more interesting. But we didn't get that. Whereas with Alabasta, you got to see Crocodile and how he was making sure all these things happened the way they should have. Which Eneru in the very same, like as it's been told, he is very much on the same kind of level of playing shit in the background, but we don't ever get to see it. It's just like, oh no, he's the bad guy. And I think if you would brought him forward more, it would have helped us get through some of the exposition. Because like I think like the first volume was pretty much like, oh, this is Skypiea, this is how it works, this is Vars, these are the Shandians, they're actually from down there, but no, they're up here now. Because you remember the jet stream that happened then, the blah 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 blah.
I think that was the first two volumes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it's like, which smart to do it when we're still like, ooh, this is a cool setting, I like it, it's so cool. But then like when we get to like, all right, here's the power scheme, and then you start explaining all that, it's like, all right, now I'm bored. I'm starting to get very bored. It's like, oh, we're gonna try to bring back. Here's the bad guy.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, yeah, cool. He looks cool, but like, I'm pretty bored because the other bad guys were boring as shit and dumb as fuck. For fuck's sake, like, geez, very dumb. Forget what his name was, but dumb. Not even funny. Like, why have a character that's just dumb as his power?
Gadatsu?
Yeah, fucking stupid. Like, dumb as shit. And it's just like, it dragged too much. I think if you had brought Andrew forth, you got to see more of his malice from the start. Would have made a lot more. It wouldn't feel this bad. Because what we're seeing from Andrew now, it's like, oh, okay, shit, this guy, holy shit. And getting Crocodile vibes from him. It's like, damn, this is a bad motherfucker who's been playing this for a while. But we didn't get that, so it feels like it's dragging really hard. And the fact that you said it's another volume and a half, like, for fuck's sake, just get it over with. And that's all I got.
All right, well, with that, I'll go ahead and bring our discussion here to a close. That is Part 2 of Volume 30. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen.
Yeah, so we can
Let me find the picture. Now, I'm very interested to see your thoughts on this next volume because I think, you know what? No, I'll save. I'll let you just figure
Show
it out
us.
for yourselves.
Well, so right-hand guy is giving Shandian.
Well, left-hand guy is what's his name, the explorer. So what's his name?
The chestnut guy.
And the guy on the right's Wiper's dad. All right, I'm done.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's giving like the past and the legacy of the relationships between.
And they're reading the storybook.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the snake in the background.
Any extrapolations from that? Anything you expect to see?
You know what? I have to say,
right.
what I'm hoping for is that this upcoming volume won't be just about that, and then we're going to get some resolution about the Skypiea arc.
Dear God, if it is.
Be kind of done with it.
It's like, hey, remember the story? You already know how it ends? We're going to tell it now.
If it goes on for another whole volume and we don't get any finality until the other volume, I'm going to be a little bit upset. Like, it's a great story, but I'm ready. I'm ready for it to just come to a resolution.
The thing is, if you have to explain everything in a story, it's a bad story. I should, as the reader, be able to come to conclusions.
It's heavy-handed. Yeah. And I feel like we have, and so we don't need more. We needed to come to an end and wrap to a close, tie up the loose ends, and that's it. That's all.
You know what? I can't not say this. I'm just going to say, I think we're going to have a tough time with next volume.
No, Michael, don't say that.
That's exactly what you thought it was going to be.
Oh, fuck.
I was like, hey.
I felt it in my bones.
Hey, what's his nuts ancestor gets to meet Wiper's great granddad? Wow.
And what purpose does this serve?
None.
That being said, we are approaching some of the best storytelling ever at our quick pace for us.
At our breakneck pace of like once a month.
Yeah. I just want you guys to look forward to a lot of cool fucking shit, including one of the greatest Usopp moments in the whole series.
I actually cannot wait for that because I
try to avoid stuff like this, but you guys are gonna need it.
On the up and
you guys are gonna need it. You guys are gonna need that little pick me up to get to this because there's some interesting story telling choices coming up.
We'll see.
So.
Yeah, it's funny how you use interesting as a replacement for bad.
No,
it's not inherently bad. There are people.
Yeah, the thing is, you had to say inherently before you said bad. So to me, it's like, yeah, it's bad.
With that, I'll go ahead and bring this episode to a close. I want to thank Dylan and V for chit-chatting and reading and listening along with me. Thank you guys so much. Couldn't do it without you. And of course, I'm going to thank our listeners. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to interact with us on Discord and our social medias, which are linked in the description. So, thank you, as always. Bon voyage.
Bon voyage.
Ciao, Bella.